Hey friends, welcome to my channel. Today, instead of doing a budgeting video, I decided to do a how I make my arroz con leche, which is still super easy, super simple, and super affordable. And for those of you who don't know what arroz con leche is, it is a Spanish, Latino, like a rice pudding. It's like a dessert. In my household, my mom has always made it for breakfast. So, or anytime actually, because we actually sometimes eat it as dessert. But it is so good. It's good any time of the year. You can eat it hot. You can eat it cold. It is so good. It is basically rice steeped in cinnamon water, added creaminess of milk, and it's sweet, and it is so good. So I'm so excited to show you the way that I make it. Everyone has their own recipes. Everyone does it differently. Even my mom does it differently than I do. But I am so excited and I can't wait. All right, here are all the ingredients we're gonna be using today. 1 cup of whole grain white rice, 4 cups of water, 3 cups of milk. You can use any milk of your liking. I prefer 1%. 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. You can always substitute that for 1 can of evaporated milk and some sugar. I just prefer the easiness and simple of just using that sweetened condensed milk. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 cinnamon sticks, and an egg. Side note, my chickens laid this egg, so completely free to me. So everything you have here, I think maybe minus the cinnamon sticks, you typically already have in your pantry. So this is a super budget-friendly meal that you can make. So step number 1, boom, rice, 4 cups of water, 2 cinnamon sticks. You're gonna go ahead and steep this baby for as long as you like. I don't think my mom steeps hers, but I just think that the cinnamon infuses in the flavor of the water. So I steep mine for 30 minutes to an hour. So that's step number 1. I just stick the lid and I go do something. Today is Saturday, so en los sábados se limpia, which means Saturday we clean. So I'm gonna go throw a lot of laundry in and do a little bit of cleaning. All right, so from here you're gonna go ahead and put your burner on, or turn your burner on, and I put it on high, and what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna see this water boil. Once you get it to boil, you're gonna turn it to a medium, and what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna want to evaporate the water as much as we can, and the rice will then absorb the water. So medium high, and just come in and stir it every so often. As you can see, it started to boil. It typically starts to boil within 2 to 3 minutes after you put it on high. So now I'm gonna go ahead and lower the heat to medium high. And again, you want this to do that soft boil for about 10 minutes. You'll slowly see that water evaporate, and you'll see the rice start to absorb it. So here you can tell that all the water is slowly evaporating, as well as the rice is now super tender. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and break my egg into my measuring cup that I had for the rice. You already know, the least amount of dishes we can use, the simpler and easier cleanup will be. So I go ahead and I put that in the measuring cup, and I'm gonna whisk that with my fork. The reasoning to that is because we're gonna be sticking this into the rice. But if we put it into the rice first, guess what's gonna happen? Like, we're gonna cook the egg. It's gonna be like stirred fried rice. So we don't wanna do that. We will put the egg after we put the milk in. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add those 3 cups of milk as well as the egg. And we also need to add that cup of sweet condensed milk. That's just gold. I can just eat that. It's not good to eat. I already know there's so many calories in it, but it is so good. And then from there, we're gonna put about a teaspoon of vanilla in there as well. I typically do not measure, but it's a teaspoon. It might be a little bit more than a teaspoon of vanilla. And go ahead and move that around. And you're gonna keep doing that until you make sure that there is not egg just floating around there. Because again, we don't want to have scrambled eggs in our arroz con leche. We just want it to be richer in flavor and creamy. And you guys, this smells so good. I wish that you can be in my kitchen right now. It smells like heaven. So please stay tuned. One of my biggest tips I can give you though is, as you're going, clean after yourself. I always immediately wash my dishes as soon as I'm done using them, if I know that there is a moment for me to go and wash. That way I don't have a huge pile of dishes at the very end to wash. I think that's what helps me love to cook, because I don't wait to the very end to wash all of these dishes, and I know that that's the biggest hang up with people not wanting to cook as much. All right, you guys, we are now at the final stages. So now we're just going to wait 15 to 20 minutes on low heat, and this is gonna allow the rice to absorb this creamy mixture. You're gonna wanna open the lid every so often and give it a nice stir to make sure that nothing is sticking on the bottom. Of course, this is milk, so milk loves to stick. So as long as you're constantly moving around the bottom, and I promise you, it's super easy, and I am so excited. My kitchen smells so good, you guys. I come and stir it probably every 3 to 5 minutes. So in all, from when you add the milk to when it's almost ready to turn off, it would be about 15 to 20 minutes. So we're getting close, you guys. I promise. It's totally worth it. All right, friends, it is time. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it one last stir, and I'm gonna put the lid back on, and guess what? We're just gonna let it cool, then it is gonna thicken, and we're gonna enjoy. Here you have it. It is completely done. So excited. So you'll see a lot of pictures that, you know, they add cinnamon on top. When you're at home, you don't really add cinnamon, so super excited to start eating.
Con una señorita de San Nicolás que sepa coser, que sepa bordar, que sepa abrir la puerta para